mama, is the first place you go to in the morning the kitchen. But last night's dinner dishes are still piled in the sink. The dishwasher didn't get turned on, and all you want is to not step on Lego on your way to the coffee maker. Are you easily triggered by mess and clutter or food crumbs under your feet? Does your child have eczema and everything you've tried isn't working to cure it? Are your hormones all over the place? Are you someone who reads product labels? I know you're saying, Kimberly, you went from talking about messy kitchens to eczema to product labels. Did I push play to the right episode? Yes, Mama. We are talking about all of those things and more in today's episode. My special guest, Elyse, shares the two most important topics to us moms, our house and our health, and how we should consider the toxic load both are under. Elyse helps us understand how we can make small but impactful swaps to detox our homes and our health. This is a good one. You're listening to the Renewed Mama podcast. I'm Kimberly Mutar, and I help mamas like you stay renewed. My job as your coach is to help you renew your thoughts that are on repeat while you wash dishes or scrub toilets. Renew the words that you say to yourself and to your children when it's the best day ever and when it spirals into chaos and temper tantrums. And renew how you respond so that you keep showing up as the mama you want to be. But mama, there is more of us to renew. We are whole people. In order to renew full body, all of us as moms, we need to focus on more than just our thoughts, our words, and responses. So for the next few Thursdays, we will focus specifically on our health and our home environment. We'll talk about nutrition, sugar cravings, balancing hormones, exercising, supporting our adrenals and thyroid, pelvic floor health, gut health, and more. Today, we're talking about detoxing our homes and our health. My special guest is Elyse Rooney from the East Coast of Australia. She is a mama to 3 children and loves the beach and a chai latte. Elyse helps moms to step into their calling of homemaking and raising their children while lowering their toxic load. She is passionate about helping overwhelmed moms trade stress for peace and create flow in their home. You'll hear Elyse share some health challenges her family went through that made her aware of holistic health and how she made changes in her home to improve their health. She now shares that message with other moms so they can be empowered to take back control of their family's wellness. Elyse is the host of the Wholesome Mumma, that's Mumma show, and believes it is possible to spend quality time with your children without mom guilt for letting the home or the to-do list go. I know that you will enjoy this episode. Elyse, welcome to the Renewed Mama podcast.
Thank you so much, Kimberly. I'm so excited to be here tonight/today and have this conversation with you.
Yes. Well, let's jump right in. Tell us what is wrong with our homes. Tell us why we need to or should detox our homes.
Yeah, it's kind of a funny phrase like, what, detox our homes? Really, I want to start from my story, how I realized that I needed to detox my home. And it was when my son, who is now 6, he was born. And when he was around 4 months old, he suddenly broke out in horrendous eczema. And so I was a new mum, had a little 4-month-old baby, and he had horrendous eczema, would cry in pain. His skin looked so angry, and I felt really helpless. as a new mum. I didn't know what I was doing. I took him to the doctor. We got creams. We got all these things. Nothing was helping. And then one night I went out to a girls' night, and it was like low tox talk. And I really wasn't interested in anything except to have 2 hours away from a crying baby who didn't sleep and all those things.
Right.
And it was actually an essential oils workshop. And in that, the girl said, like, do you know what's in your products in your home? And I never had thought to look at what was in the products in our home. Like, I'd never thought, what is it that I'm washing our dishes in? What is it that I'm washing our clothes in? What's in the multi-purpose spray that I'm spraying our table in, and then or our kitchen bench, and then putting food on, or things like that. I thought, I'll just give it a go. And I made our own washing powder to wash our clothes in. And within 2 weeks of that, my son's eczema completely disappeared. And I was shocked. Because how could something so little have that much impact? So that was basically me opening Pandora's box to the world of chemicals and reading ingredients. And I started to do that. And it's super overwhelming at first, though, because you then go, well, what's in this? Well, what's in this? And it can be really overwhelming. So for me, I really just tried to simplify and go, okay, but if the products in our home are having that much of an impact on us, what can life look like if I do be conscious and intentional around what products I'm bringing into my home? And so that was really the introduction into my family detoxing our house. And when we say, like, you know, we throw around these hype words like going low tox and all this stuff, and all that means is reducing your toxic burden or your toxic load. So our bodies were created to be able to detox. Like, we have a liver, we sweat. That is our body detoxing. But it wasn't meant to be detoxing at the level that it is currently, because we have, like, the air quality outside is horrendous. The air quality inside is even worse, plus what we're eating, plus what we're putting on our skin and all the household cleaners and all those sort of things. So detoxing your home is really you just being intentional and conscious around the products that you are bringing into your home. And to go back to your question, the why, it is because they are impacting your health and your wellness and that of your family.
Right, and we don't even recognize it. Just like with your son, and that it was just the laundry soap that made the difference, not any of the skin creams or the things that the doctor recommended, right?
It was crazy. And then I previously have a history with endometriosis. And so I have a lot of hormonal issues. And that was, for me personally, a huge thing that I saw, was that isn't a problem for me anymore, because I have taken control of the products that I bring into my home. Look at what we eat. It's this huge domino effect that you don't even know is possible until you start.
I'm jumping in here to tell you a story of when my oldest daughter, Karis, was 2. She wanted to clean the bathroom with me. I gave her rubber gloves and the toilet bowl brush and let her scrub away. I snapped a picture, and when I looked back over the picture, it dawned on me. There she was, standing by the toilet, rubber gloves, the biggest smile, with bathroom cleaning chemical bottles at her feet. I thought, look at all of those chemicals. I can't use them anymore, not with my little girl. I didn't even think before that about what chemicals I was putting on the floors that she was crawling and playing on, and the countertops where we were cooking and chopping food. We are all in our own place of understanding toxic load or detoxing our homes. Take in what Elyse shares and ask yourself, what can I do? What can I control? that will benefit my family's health and home. Start with one thing, as Elyse says, and go from there. The small things add up to big impact. Thank you, Elyse, for bringing awareness to us as to the products that can be harmful in our home, even though we're thinking, oh, this is going to help me clean the kitchen. This is going to make cleaning the bathroom so easy. We're all on different awareness levels as to the products that we're using in our homes. So as I like the idea of the domino, how can we start maybe in baby steps, that one domino, and then work our way up to the overhaul?
Yeah, and I'm all for one step at a time, or I call it one swap at a time, because when I started going on this journey, and I shared with my son, the first thing I did was washing powder, and it was really to test and to prove it wrong. And then I kind of went on a rage swap and went like, oh my goodness, everything's bad. Everything's out to get us. I have to get rid of everything. Don't do that. Don't do what I did because it gets too stressful, and stress in and of itself is toxic. Really, that's not helpful for you. So one swap at a time. And so I love helping mothers particularly and asking them, look at what is important for you and your family right now. What are the health goals that you have in your home right now? Do you have hormone issues? Do you have a child with eczema? Do you have someone with gut issues and you need to look at that? Think about those sort of things in your home. What is something that you are wanting to prioritize, and then start from there. Now, the first step that I absolutely always suggest is fragrance. So when you have a bottle of, let's say, body wash, and in the ingredient list it says fragrance, what that means is that it is a chemical cocktail of whatever we want, and we don't have to tell you because it's protected under proprietary information. And under fragrance, there is around, it's like 3,800 and something different chemicals in that term fragrance. And so the thing that we have to know is that not all of these chemicals have been tested for their safety. And the combination of all these different chemicals also has not been tested. It's really hard to test it because it is protected, and it's how they get away with that. But the majority of those chemicals have been found to be endocrine disruptors. And why that's important for us as women is that they are disrupting our endocrine system, which is all our hormones and our reproductive system. So you think like our thyroid, all our hormone levels, fragrance actually impacts that. So for women, particularly because our hormones are such a vital sign to our health, getting rid of fragrance is like number one. Start there. And I'm really sorry, but that includes perfume. And if you're anything like me, I used to collect perfume, like expensive, beautiful Chanel was what I used to wear. Then I found out that that's what it was doing to me. That would be my number one swap. And then, as I was saying, to then go, what is our priority? Do we have any health concerns in our family that we really want to address? Like maybe someone's gut, skin, headaches, hormones, respiratory, all those sort of things, and go from there. But fragrance, baby step number one.
Yes, that's good. What would you say, besides the fragrance, is another one or two, well, and the laundry soap, major swaps that you made that you saw a huge difference in your health, your home, the atmosphere?
It was kind of like just accumulation, because we think of it as like, oh, it's just a little bit of this, it's just a little bit of this, but all the little bits add up. But for me personally, when I stopped using like perfume and all these like skincare and things like that, I replaced a lot with essential oils just because it made it so much more affordable. I could then make my cleaners and all my household products using oils and DIY ingredients and things like that. But food, that's been a massive one with like gut.
And in terms of food, I'm just curious, you're talking anything processed, basically anything packaged, going whole foods.
With foods, we still go to the grocery store and buy packaged things. But on the ingredient list, I need to be able to read and know what that is. So when I pick up like a box of muesli bar, because I'm busy, I have 3 little children, I have a business, I also work outside the home. I don't have time as much as I'd love to. And I actually don't really enjoy cooking. So, but as much as I'd love to, go and make my own muesli bar, I don't actually want to. So when I go to the shop, I want to be able to pick up a box of muesli bars, say, and look at the ingredients. And those ingredients should be food. Like it should be oats, dates, coconut. Like I should be able to go and buy those ingredients individually to make that. So there should be no name, like weird long names that I'm like, that sounds more like a fake chemical or like,
we
that
can't
sounds like something made in a factory. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And no numbers. So really that for food, and obviously just like real food, veggies, fruit, meat, obviously. Busy mum over here. Let's be real. Still buy, you can, and that's the beauty of it. You can still buy packaged, quick, easy things. There are so many options out there. It's just knowing what to look for when you're reading the ingredient list.
Elyse, I love listening to your podcast, The Wholesome Mumma, and you always talk about balancing the detoxing your home with your busy life. I mean, we could go in over the deep end and then, like you said, add the stress of trying to do 101 things, like make all the protein bars and the, granola and everything like this. We can take it in the little steps. Hey, today maybe I'd like to try this. And as you say, the little things make the difference. They compound to where we are seeing a difference.
Absolutely. It's little things make a big difference.
Well, let's talk a little bit about housework, Elyse, piggybacking on not trying to do everything. How can we stay on top of the housework without getting overwhelmed or frustrated, like we're always cleaning, or like we really want to be playing with our kids and then we feel like we have to let the housework go? Like, how do we keep a good balance of both of those? I know you like to talk about that on your podcast.
Yes, so these are like my 2 favorite topics, health and then the home. When it comes to the home, one thing, and again, I like to keep it really real, right? We're all mums and we're all busy and we're all doing a million things. Often the house just gets let go, or we always feel like all we're doing is cleaning and we spend all day cleaning to feel like we're not actually getting anywhere. So when it comes to housework, there's a few things that you can do. So like my top 3 things. Number 1 is to create rhythms. So things that have to get done, like wiping down the kitchen bench, like giving the bathroom a quick wipe over, vacuuming the floor, sweeping the floor, doing a pick up, pack up. And I like to create them into rhythms so that they flow. And what I mean by that is, so if your kids are little enough that you need to watch them while they're in the bath, when you're in the bathroom watching them, give the bathroom a quick wipe over with them because you're already in there. It's like habit stacking. One thing that I do when I'm boiling the kettle to make a cup of tea, I will quickly clear the clutter off the kitchen counter. And that's so it doesn't get to the point of me going, I can't make dinner because the kitchen is so messy. And we know that us as mums, we set the atmosphere for the home. So if we are walking around stressed because all we can see is mess, all we can see is clutter, we then have a cluttered mind and we can't think straight and we can't do anything. And then we get snappy and we have a short fuse and we get cranky, and then like no one wants to be around us and we wonder why. And so it's having those habits and stacking them so that we can just stay on top of things a little bit better. The next thing that I really like to do is to have a good night kitchen routine. And this sounds super, super simple, but actually for a mum can have such an impact in her day, because as a mum, what's the first room you go in the morning?
Yeah, the kitchen.
And so when I'm walking into a kitchen, the first thing that I'm seeing is mess, is clutter, is what I didn't do yesterday is now a big long to-do list. It's adding to my to-do list. I'm going to start the day a little bit crankier. I'm going to start the day frustrated because I'm going to walk into the kitchen and go, oh, I didn't do that. Oh, I need to do that. Oh, great, I have to clean before I can cook breakfast. Oh.
Right.
And then it has this flow-on effect into our day and then everybody else's day. And so simply spending 5 to 10 minutes at night cleaning the kitchen, getting set up for the morning, making sure the clutter's off the bench, wiping everything down, dishes away, like actually away, not just on the sink. Like put them away, right. Turn the dishwasher on, whatever you need to do to set up the day. Set up your day for a win. Set up your week for a win. Start to think proactively and not just putting out fires of, oh, I didn't know that my kid had this on this afternoon. Like when you are proactive and you look at your week ahead, you plan ahead. It's about your mind and being organized in here so that you don't feel frazzled, so that you can quickly go, I'll just quickly spend 5 minutes vacuuming the living spaces. Done.
Right.
Because you're clear in your mind, you're able to get that done. And then the third thing that I really like to do is to implement like resets in the day, like a pick up, pack up with the kids is one of the easiest things that you can do. So with my kids, they are, at the time of this recording, they're 6, 5, and 3. And so we make it a game. I'm all for making anything I can into a game. So when I'm like, the house is really messy, it's usually just before dinner time, like just before I'm starting to get dinner, we'll do a 15-minute pick up, pack up, and I'll put the timer on and I'll say, okay, you need to pick 2 things that you're going to clean up, whether it's books or the colouring or the Duplo or whatever it is. Put your clothes away, go and tidy up your floor in your room, go and make sure the playroom's all set up. And we'll put the timer on and I'll do it with you and we'll see if we can beat the timer. And like kids love that. Or we'll write down a list and everyone will pick what they're gonna clean up, and having a reset and making it fun, but also modeling that to your kids to get them involved and to help clean up. But it just resets. It might be that you just need to take 15 minutes out of your day and go, okay, mummy just needs 15 minutes to go and mentally reset, and maybe you need to go outside and sit in the sunshine. Or maybe you need to take 15 minutes and go, actually, like the floor for me is a really big trigger. If like the floor has food on it, I can't handle walking around on food floor. So I just go, all right, everyone sit on the lounge or like do something. I'm vacuuming the floor right now. And then I instantly feel heaps lighter because, and it's so funny how our minds work. But I feel so lighter. I don't know if for you, Kimberly, you have like a trigger in your house that you're like, if that's not clean, I just can't.
Yes, for sure. Sure. The kitchen countertops. Yes. And they are very easy to get messy because of doing homeschool, right? Before you know it, it's like, pooh, everything exploded on the kitchen countertop and the dining room table and everything like that. But yes, I do tutoring at home and then online. So 10 years I've been tutoring, had to do that afternoon reset, except it looked a little bit more like, hurry up, the tutoring student's going to be coming, everybody clean up. And a little bit of the frantic, as well as like, let's make it a game. I tried to do that too, but sometimes it was like, clean up. Do the same thing after dinner too. I say, okay, everybody pick 3 or 4 things that you can put away back in the fridge or in the dishwasher after dinner to help clean up, rather than me feeling like I'm the only one left in the kitchen and they're off playing or, you know, watching something and mom's still there cleaning up.
And it's so good to get them involved, and so that they grow up like knowing that, okay, after dinner I go and put my plate and cutlery in the dishwasher. That's just what I go and do.
Exactly.
And to like, it's modeling so much goodness to them.
Or they come to appreciate that there's tidy and there's an order to things. The house is clean and organized and safe.
Yeah. Again, going back to the reality of being a busy mum with young kids, like, it's not even about having a perfectly minimalist, we don't have anything out ever. Like, my house gets messy. But right. I know at the end of the day, everything has a place. Everything has somewhere where it's away. And that in and of itself, if you even aren't there yet, like, I would say that maybe that's something that you could do after listening to this, is going, okay, everything in my house has to have somewhere where it gets put away. I need to find a home for this item. Like, all my kids' toys go away. So in the daytime, when like it's like they've got everything out, I know and they know that by the end of the day, everything has to be put away, back in their boxes, back in their containers, wherever they go. And that in of itself, just like the knowing that, like, there's a dirty house and then there's a messy house. Like, it's just messy because we've got toys and we're playing and we're having fun, and a lot of people live here and we're having fun and enjoying it. But at the end of the day, it can get put away.
Right. It's a very beautiful, wholesome, like, balanced perspective. All right, Elyse, you've shared so many great things with us. I would love to hear what else you wish all mamas knew. If there was one thing that you said, I just want to shout it from the rooftops, what all mamas should know, what would that be?
I think that you're doing a good job. And I think that we don't hear that enough, or we don't believe it enough. But you are doing a good job. Mama, listening to this, watching this, you are doing a good job. Don't compare job, no matter where you are on your motherhood journey, whether you are a new mum with a new baby or you're like seasoned mum, 6 kids, all older, or like on your health journey. Maybe you're right at the start of that, or like wherever you are, you're doing a good job. There's a quote that's like, you do the best until you know better, then when you know better, do better. And I just love that. And that's sort of been like something that I've always held on to, because, you know, we're all doing our best. And I think we just need to encourage each other a little bit more sometimes. So that would be my thing that I want every mum to know.
Yeah, I love that. Thank you for that encouragement. Elyse, where can we find you online and follow you for more amazing tips?
Yeah, so as you said, I have a podcast called The Wholesome Mumma Show, and it's MUMMA. And then I'm Wholesome Mumma everywhere. So Instagram's probably where I'm most active, and it's just at Wholesome Mumma. So if you really want to go in deep and detox your home, I've got a course called the Home Detox Method. which, literally walks you through every single step. Yeah, so Instagram, podcast is where I hang out the most though.
Great. Thank you. Well, thank you so much for sharing all that you did today, Elyse. I loved it. And I know that my listeners will too.
Thank you so much, Kimberly, for having me. It's been a pleasure to talk to you, my late at night, your early morning, but thank you so much for having me on.
Wasn't that fantastic? Tell us in the comments what you learned from this conversation. Elyse and I would love to hear from you. As Elyse said, do what you can with the knowledge you have and then ask, is there something else I can do? What else is there to learn? If you want help as to how you can detox your home, reach out to Elyse and her home detox method. She'll teach you how to remove the toxic chemicals from your home in 8 weeks or less. I'll leave the link in the show notes. If this episode helped you, share this with another mama you know. And stay tuned each Thursday for more conversations around renewing our health and our homes through exercising, sugar, supporting our adrenals and thyroid, pelvic floor health, and more. If the Renewed Mama podcast encourages you, would you leave a review on Apple Podcasts and YouTube? Your review and your comments on YouTube help the podcast to grow so that more mamas find the show and can stay renewed too. I appreciate it so much. Thank you for listening to the Renewed Mama podcast. I appreciate you. I care about you so much. For more resources, visit the Renewed Mama podcast, Renewed Mama Coaching, Speak Life Badges, and Austin's Kids Club. Words have a powerful influence. It doesn't matter whether they are spoken, written in a text, emailed, memed, heard in a song, or seen on TV. Words can portray life, encouragement, hope, or lies, such as, "You'll never be good enough. You'll never be successful. It's too hard. Why even try? I just can't get it like all the smart kids in class." Speak Life Badges helps you change the messages that your children hear and believe. They need to hear your words of life. They need to hear your words that encourage them in who they are as a person and who they can grow to become. Speak Life Badges are sticker award badges with an I am message so that your child owns and believes the truth spoken over them. And while children like being recognized with awards, the lasting influence are the words you speak over your child as you award them with the badge. Sometimes we just don't know how to speak life. Sometimes in frustration we react and say the wrong thing. Speak Life Badges gives you scripts, the words for you to say to your child or student as you award each badge. So that when your child is out on the playground or working through a hard math problem or standing in front of a mirror or comparing themselves to another classmate, when they are faced with truth or the lie about who they are as a person, now the lie won't have any strength or merit. Because they, through you, with the help of Speak Life Badges, have been told that I am strong, I am smart, I can do the hard stuff, I work with excellence, I don't give up, I keep trying, I am teachable. Speak Life Badges is changing mindsets and breaking lies in the hearts of children. Children like Charlotte, who is so proud to wear her I am a great reader badge because no one else had made her feel so happy about her reading before. Or Colton, who was willing to face the hard schoolwork and try again and again until he got it, because he believed the words that were written on his Speak Life badge. I am a champion. Now you can use your words intentionally to speak life over your children using Speak Life Badges. Austin the Hedgehog is bringing mailbox fun to your kids. Your children ages 3 to 13 can receive mailbox surprises like activity postcards, happy birthday cards, stickers, crafts, recipe cards, coloring pages, puzzles, special gifts like the I Am Loved journal, a tumbler, Austin's matching happy birthday toque, and so much more from Austin the Hedgehog, straight to your mailbox with their own name on it each month, all teaching life lessons such as helping, using time wisely, how to monitor their own screen time, how to choose the right friends. Being strong means more than just muscles, how to have self-control, and their words are like seeds that will grow into fruit in their life. It is oh so good from Austin the Hedgehog. 2 subscription levels are available. Register your children today at austinskidsclub.com.